Finding comfort in the midst of grief. Lessons from Genesis chapter 4. Dear friends, it is a privilege to be here with you this evening to reflect on the lessons of Genesis chapter 4 and how it relates to overcoming grief over the loss of a loved one. In this chapter, we see the story of Cain and Abel, two brothers who loved each other deeply, but whose relationship was torn apart by jealousy and sin. Just like Cain was devastated by the loss of Abel, many of us have also experienced the pain and heartache of losing a loved one. The loss of a spouse, parent, child, or friend can leave us feeling lost, alone, and overwhelmed with grief. But, my friends, there is hope. In Genesis chapter 4, we see that God comforted Cain in his grief and provided him with the strength to continue on. In the same way, our Heavenly Father is always present to comfort us and sustain us through our grief. He promises to be with us in our sorrow and to bring us hope and peace. And just as God put a mark on Cain to protect him from harm, we too can have the assurance of God's protection and care as we navigate our grief and loss. For God's love and protection is not based on our worthiness or our sacrifices, but on His grace and mercy. So, my friends, I urge you to turn to Genesis chapter 4 for comfort and hope as you work to overcome your grief. Remember, through the power of Christ's love and sacrifice, we can find the strength to endure the hardships of life and find peace in the knowledge that our loved ones are in the arms of our Heavenly Father. May God bless you and bring you comfort and hope as you navigate your grief, walking in His light.